started out my second week in New Orleans by attending the First Unitarian Universalist Church of New Orleans. In addition to the beautiful stained glass windows, I appreciated the tile-inlaid labyrinth on the floor of the main worship hall. You can still see signs of hurricane damage and tropical storm damage throughout New Orleans. This is Debar, which was affected during Hurricane Ida in August of 2021. You can see what the damage has done to the roof of this place and that they have not been able to rehab it in the time since. But throughout New Orleans, you could see tarps on roofs and trees that were down. I drove through one neighborhood that looked like all of the houses had been leveled and all that remained were the foundations. Callie and I did go up the side of this levee. We took the stairs. She decided then that we were going to walk along the top, and then I convinced her we were going to go down the bike path. And then she had a mind of her own and decided to go straight up the side of the levee, right through the grass. But we did have places we had to be, so I convinced her to go back down the stairs and into the car, and we headed off. One of the cool places that I drove around was Musicians Village in New Orleans. When I initially pulled into this neighborhood, I thought, oh, these are the cutest houses ever. These must have been sharecropper houses back in the day, because they were so small. But I did some research and found out that no, this was actually an effort by area musicians to create affordable housing after Katrina. So it's a really cool area, and I will link to Musicians Village in the description so that you can read more about it on your own. Now, being the true nomad that I am, I often sleep in Walmart parking lots, and my favorite Walmart parking lot by far had this view of my favorite train in the New Orleans area. And this was one of the videos that I managed to catch of a train actually moving along it. Our second stop to the Jean Lefite National Park and Preserve in Louisiana was in Thibadeaux to visit the Acadian Wetlands. The Acadian people had moved out of Nova Scotia and relocated to the Louisiana area. These Acadian people are what became what we know today as Cajun. We were greeted at the National Park and Preserve by Movavi. Now, Movavi are neither ducks nor geese. They are a hybrid between the two. And this little guy was particularly friendly. Hi. Yeah. You were very cute. And very friendly. I think people must feed you. I am not one of the people that will feed you. But thank you for coming to visit. We then achieved our purpose at being at Thibadeaux, which was to take a boat ride down the bayou. And when you take a boat ride down the bayou with the National Park Service, it's only $10 compared to the $50 or more that you'll pay anywhere else. So I do recommend using the National Park Service. That's what it's there for, and you will save a lot of coin. Also, our boat ride was captained by Rudy, who has been a lifelong native of Thibadeaux. He was born there, raised there. His whole family's always lived there. So he's pretty deeply steeped in the culture there. And he knows everything about that patch of river from captaining boats up and down it. Our guide from the National Park Service also introduced us to some interesting information along the way. I'll leave notes throughout the video of the boat ride so that you can pick out some specific details, but otherwise sit back and enjoy this boat ride down the bayou.
Mississippi River. This was the Mississippi River. Now, how do you explain that when you got banks 20 feet apart? You know what I'm saying? But it was, and little by little, I'm sure what they did, well, 1,500 years ago, it split. And so it is, in French, it is the fork in the river.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got to be careful telling that to foreign people, and I'm not sure what language it is, but it can mean other things. So be careful. Okay. Well, I don't know. All I know is there's always a big giggle, you know, and everybody's covering their mouth. So I just kind of chill. But you know, it's like that. English words. You know, what can you say? We got so many. They got to be mixed and matched. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bayou Lafourche, and it probably, I guess the Acadians start coming by the 1760s, maybe 55, and during that time period, there's an argument. But no, and then meanwhile, Thibadeaux doesn't come about till about, about that, a little bit after that time, 1770s, 80s, there are people, and it's just like, you guys, where are y'all from? Okay, and
Ohio.
okay, and you hear about like the Spanish missions, and every day, you know, you can walk a day and you got no excuse to miss mass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is mostly Catholic because they're
Yes.
friends. So it works that way. And what they would do here is they would have like a circuit, and they would walk on down, or ride on down, or float on down to the end. But they would stop in at every little settlement, and they would take care of, you know, you've heard of jumping the broom? Tried to talk so many people jumping the broom. And then, no.
Right there. No,
If you look, yes, if you watch the pilot of the thing.
the alligator's hanging out right here. On this shore right here. You can see it.
Yeah,
Yes,
breakfast.
normally he's right here, like right to your left. Cindy, that's what we told us. Remember how we saw him? Yeah.
You see the way that mud looks right there? You see how it kind of ripples back? It almost looks like the back of an alligator.
Yeah.
Some people say if you look in the water and you look for like an old tire floating, it kind of is similar. It's once you see an alligator, you'll start recognizing it. What do you say, Rudy? Let's
It's a nice ride.
don't forget the bridge, man. No, that's a Muscovy, what that is. That's actually part goose, the young one. And he's spry. See his head's all, yeah, he's got the, that's what they call waddle.
Waddle?
Waddle. I thought it was a way of walking, and it is. Because I do. But there is the red, the skin is called waddle. And there are a lot. There used to be somebody upriver that had a farm and they raised those ducks. As a matter of fact, there was a guy I knew from Iowa, and they both had, one of them was a ranger, the other one was a bud of his, and they both came from farms in Iowa. And they would raise Muscovies. Muscovy is like a poor pronunciation of Moscow. I guess it was a domesticated duck that was either sold through, I think originally it comes from South America, somewhere along the way it gets with a goose and it gets to be a bigger duck now. So Muscovies, but this is the deal. If you ever eat a meal and it says duck l'orange, or orange, whatever it says, anything that's duck but it doesn't name it, no, that's fine. You gotta eat something, you know.
It's called Scofie?
Scovie, like Scovie, like you're from Scovie, Indiana.
Okay.
Muscovy. And if you gotta get back, you must Scovie. What can I tell you?
Fancy boat driving.
Got a lot of wind today.
How deep is this?
Maybe 5-10 feet. You got a lot of wind out there.
You got it, Rudy.
See those little birds? Bye.